What's up guys, welcome back to the channel if you're part of my 36 subscribers. If you're not, my name is Steve Daniel and I'm a content creator. The goal of this channel is actually to help photographers, videographers, graphic designers, bloggers, influencers to make money. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to negotiate with a client, right? It's very important if you want to make more money, if you want to be able to close more deals, you need to understand how to negotiate. I worked in sales for over 10 years of my life. I sold some telecom, I sold some furnitures, I sold some food, I sold my service as well as a photographer, as a videographer. So I pretty much understand how to do sales, right? And I've worked with a lot of big brands. I'm talking Cadillac, Chevrolet, Car2Go, McDonald's, Subway. Like, I work with a lot of brands, right? So guys, take your notepad out, subscribe, and let's get to it. So the first trick is actually to always ask about their budget. I'll be honest with you, the number of time it happened to me that I had a price in mind for a client, and just by asking them, what's your budget? Their budget was bigger than the price I wanted, right? So I always ask for them about the budget, you know? For real, it just happened so many times. Like I remember in my life, like some of the contract, I would do the job for like $200-300, and then after the budget is like the double. So this is a good question to ask. So when you ask for the budget, you also have a better idea of, okay, maybe I can actually offer them more than what they wanted sometimes, because let's be honest, right? Sometimes client comes to you, they don't really know what they want, and even you yourself as a professional, I can talk for myself, I know sometimes I try to give the best work for the least. The second thing is actually to be firm with your price. If you negotiate with someone, be sure that you can stand on your ground, right? It's important for you. If your price is $100 an hour, be sure that they know it, right? Sometimes you can give them package if they want to buy a lot of hours, if they need a lot of things, but it's important to be firm with your price, because as soon as a client see that you're not really sure with your price, trust me, man, you're losing this battle, and that's when they're trying to get you. So for me, every time I negotiate, I'm always firm, and that's something that I learned when I was working in telecom sales. We used to do cold calls, guys. When I say we used to do cold calls, we used to do 500 cold calls a day. And I remember when I would get to the client, when I would get the meeting, I had to stay firm, because people out there, they're trying to get the best for their pocket. So for you, you have to think about your pocket, and by staying firm, it only shows that you're a professional. It shows that you know exactly how much you're worth. And also they're gonna be like, oh, okay, you know what? Right? The confidence that you have for your price makes it look like this is the value that you have. So guys, always be firm with your price. The third thing is actually to be sure that you understand the workload, or like I like to say, the scope of your work, right? Before negotiating, before assessing a price, before actually giving out a price, be sure that you understand what needs to be done for yourself, right? Because if you don't really understand, or if you miss some work, at the end of the day, you're losing the deal, right? So first thing is to be sure that you understand. Once you really understand what needs to be done, now you can go to the client and actually show them, look, you need this, you need that, right? For me, I'm a big fan of always putting down everything on paper. So let's say you're a videographer, right? And I have a deal with a client. I'd be like, okay, this is what you need. So we need location, we need rentals, the lens, the time. Maybe I need to bring an assistant. Be sure that the client knows exactly everything that's needed before you can negotiate the price. Because sometimes if you just go see the client, you're like, you know what, I can make a video for you, or I can take the photo shoot for you, and it's gonna be X price. That's it. They don't really understand it. But once you bring all the work that needs to be done for the project, they will understand that, oh yeah, maybe that's the reason why the price is that amount, right? So guys, always do that. This is something that actually helped me see a big jump when it comes to my sales, big jump when it comes to my negotiation, because I was winning that part of the deal, right? I was always winning the part of the deal when I was able to actually show the client that I would understand what they needed, and to showcase to them, to show them exactly what was needed, and they will understand the price. The next thing is actually give them time. Once you give your price, once you send your proposal, relax. You have to relax, sit back, right? A lot of people are rushing. A lot of people are like, oh, maybe if it doesn't call me today, I'm not gonna get the price. Guys, I work with McDonald's, I work with Subway, I work with Cadillac, Car2Go, I work with so many brands, and sometimes it's not even about you. Sometimes they need to look at the price, and they need to discuss with the team, and then they come back to you and they're like, you know what, it makes sense, right? So always be relaxed with your time. Give them time to think, but be sure that you always present them a nice proposal. Then you might do a follow-up after a couple of days. But if you want to win this negotiation, don't look greedy. Don't look hungry for the sale, right? You have to let back. It's like a relationship at the end of the day, right? It's like sometimes you run after someone and they go away. But if you If you relax a bit, that's when the people come to you. Sales is a bit like dating at the end of the day, right? So you have to sell yourself and you have to get people attracted to you. So it's important for you to always be sure that you're laid back about it. The last thing is simple, is actually just listen, right? I said before, you have to understand the scope of work, but in the negotiation process, just listen. Don't talk, don't try to oversell. This goes a long way. In all the sales job that I've done in the past, just by listening, I was able to show to the client that I care, and this makes the whole difference, right? So let's take a look back at the 5 things I said. Always ask for the budget first, right? Don't tell your price, ask for the budget first. Be firm. So once you give your price, be firm about it. Guys, I'm serious. Be firm. Don't flinch. Be firm, okay? If you lose the deal, you lose the deal, but stay firm. One thing I like to say actually is, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Deep, whatever. Be sure that you understand the scope of work and show to the client what needs to be done, right? Give them time and listen. That being said, guys, thank you for listening. This channel is something that I'm actually having fun. I've been pretty consistent, and I really appreciate you guys watching this right now, hoping that this can help you. At the end of the day, being a content creator, working for yourself is a lifestyle that I wish to all of you. It's something that's amazing, and I hope that you guys can get it. I'm gonna have more videos about tips and tricks for you. So guys, subscribe, and I'll see you Tuesday for another video. Peace.